There is a strength far greater than physical might or clever words. It is the quiet power of inner peace. In a world that constantly throws chaos, criticism, and confrontation your way, the one who can remain calm is the one who has mastered life. When you learn to preserve your peace, no matter what others say or do, you become untouchable, not because the world has changed, but because you have. This is the Stoic voice telling you how to take control of your inner peace and be unshakable. Subscribe and let us know where you are watching from. Let us begin with a simple truth. You are not obligated to attend every argument you are invited to. You are not required to lose sleep over insults, disrespect, or misunderstandings. Inner peace is not weakness. It's not passivity. It's strength under control. It's the roar of the lion who chooses to stay silent when provoked, not because he can't fight, but because he understands that most battles are beneath him. We often believe that anger makes us powerful, that reacting shows strength, but look deeper. Has your anger ever solved the problem? Has your outburst ever truly brought peace? More often, it leaves you drained, ashamed, and entangled in the drama of others. Anger is easy. It's the automatic response. But peace requires training. It demands discipline. It asks you to choose stillness over reaction, clarity over chaos. Imagine this. A storm is raging outside, winds howling, trees bending, lightning tearing through the sky. But inside your home, you are safe, warm, undisturbed. That is what true inner peace feels like. The world may rage outside you, but you remain rooted within. The words of others can blow like the wind, but they cannot shake your foundation because you have made your soul your sanctuary. Inner peace begins with perspective. Not everything is about you. Not every insult needs a response. Not every offense is worth your energy. The moment you realize that most people are acting out of their own wounds, insecurities, and fears, you start to see their behavior as a reflection of them, not a statement about you. And in that realization, you are set free. Choose to become the observer, not the absorber. Let people say what they will. Let them throw stones of opinion. Let them misunderstand you. You don't have to pick up their stones. You don't have to drink their poison. Inner peace gives you the power to smile, not because life is perfect, but because you are anchored. Here's the secret. When you stop trying to control others, you gain control over yourself. And that is where the real transformation happens. You become unbothered, not because you no longer care, but because you care too much about your peace to trade it for temporary emotion. Start your day with intention. Say it to yourself: today, I choose peace. I choose clarity. I choose strength. Breathe deeply. Walk slowly. Listen before speaking. Refuse to be pulled into petty arguments. Smile at the noise and walk past it. The power of inner peace is not about escaping the world. It's about rising above it. It's about becoming so rooted in who you are that no one else's chaos can uproot you. When others lose themselves in anger, you stand tall in serenity. When insults are hurled like arrows, they bounce off the shield of your calm spirit. And so, let this be your daily mission. Protect your peace like it is your most valuable possession, because it is. The world may try to provoke you. People may try to shake you. But you, my friend, are no longer available for chaos. You are the calm in the storm. You are the strength in the silence. You are the master of your emotions. You are free. There is a strength far greater than physical might or clever words. It is the quiet power of inner peace. Most people spend their lives walking around like emotional tripwires. One word, one look, one disagreement, and boom, they explode. Anger, hurt, offense, anxiety, all from the outside world tugging on their inner strings. But what if you could become immune to those triggers? What if your emotions were no longer at the mercy of someone else's tone, text message, or temper? That's the heart of emotional immunity, the art and science of building a mind so strong, so clear, that nothing anyone does can hijack your peace. Think of your emotions like a thermostat. In most people, it's wired to the outside world. Someone yells, you get hot. Someone ignores you, you go cold. You're constantly reacting, adjusting, depending on external conditions. But emotional immunity rewires that thermostat. You set the temperature and keep it steady no matter what happens outside. The biology of triggers. Let's look at the science. Your brain is designed for survival, not serenity. The amygdala, your brain's fear and threat detector, interprets rejection, disrespect, or humiliation as danger. It floods your system with adrenaline and cortisol, the stress hormones, and gets you ready to fight or flee. This served our ancestors well when facing lions, but today, that same response gets triggered by a rude email or a disrespectful comment. Your body reacts like it's war, but it's just words. Here's the good news. You can train your brain to recognize false alarms. Emotional immunity means learning how to pause before you react. Detect your worth from someone else's behavior. Redirect your thoughts from fear to perspective. Refraining. The antidote to overreaction. A powerful tool in developing emotional immunity is reframing. It means choosing to see the trigger differently. For example, instead of "she disrespected me," think, "her disrespect says more about her than me." Instead of "they ignored me," think, "maybe they're going through something I can't see." Instead of "he embarrassed me," think, "this is temporary and not a reflection of my value." You are not weak for letting go. You are wise. You are not losing. You are gaining freedom. Let them misunderstand you. Let them underestimate you. Let them go. Your peace is your responsibility. Your future is too important to keep carrying dead weight. So today, choose to drop the stone. Whatever you're holding, release it. Let go of what was. Make room for what can be. Walk forward, light, clear, free. If the world were completely silent, you'd still hear something, a voice, constant, persistent, sometimes encouraging, sometimes cruel. It's the voice that speaks to you when you make a mistake, when someone insults you, when you feel ignored, rejected, or misunderstood. That voice is your self-talk, and whether you realize it or not, it shapes your entire emotional world. To master your emotions, to stop being angry, reactive, or easily disturbed, you must first master this voice, because the most dangerous attacks you'll face won't come from others. They'll come from within, from the way you talk to yourself about what others say and do, the inner war. Here's a secret. People can say terrible things to you, but it's what you say to yourself afterward that does the most damage. Someone ignores you gives "I must not be important." Someone criticizes you gives "maybe they're right, time not good enough." Someone betrays you gives "I can't trust anyone. I'm always the fool." And just like that, your self-talk becomes your prison. But it doesn't have to be that way. You can change the script. You can rewrite the story. The stories we tell ourselves. Your mind loves meaning. It doesn't just see what happens, it tells a story about it. And that story determines how you feel, how you respond, and ultimately, how you live. The problem: most people let that story go unchecked. Negative self-talk becomes a habit, a default setting, a background noise that pollutes their peace and sabotages their strength. But you are not your thoughts. You are the one watching your thoughts, which means you can edit them. Steps to rewrite your inner narrative. Catch the critic. The first step is awareness. Start paying attention to the inner voice. Is it kind or cruel? Supportive or sabotaging? When someone offends you, how do you speak to yourself? Challenge the lie. Most negative self-talk is based on assumptions, not truth. Ask, is this really true? Would I say this to someone I love? Is there a more empowering way to see this? Replace the script. You can't just silence the negative, you must replace it with the positive. Turn "I'm not good enough" into "I'm still growing, and I'm proud of my progress." Turn "they don't like me" into "their opinion doesn't define my worth." Speak it out loud. Words have power, especially when you hear them. Start each day by affirming your identity. I am calm, strong, and centered. I don't chase approval, I stand in truth. I am not here to be liked. I am here to be real. Self-talk as armor. When your self-talk is strong, the outside world loses its grip. Someone mocks you, you shrug. You know who you are. Someone disrespects you. It stings for a second, then fades, because you've trained your inner voice to speak louder than theirs. This doesn't make you arrogant. It makes you anchored. It means your peace doesn't depend on praise. Your confidence doesn't depend on compliments. You are not riding the emotional roller coaster of other people's opinions because you've built a home within yourself. Create a new identity. Your self-talk doesn't just change how you feel, it changes who you become. If you constantly tell yourself, "I'm not patient, I'm not strong, I always overreact," then guess what? You'll live that out. But if you start saying, "I am calm under pressure. I don't give my power to others. I choose peace always," you begin to embody those truths. You become what you say, especially when you say it to yourself. Final reflection. Here's your challenge. Become the guardian of your inner world. Guard your mind like a fortress. Don't let lies or emotional poison live there. Because the most powerful person in the room is not the loudest. It's the one whose inner voice is calm, clear, and kind. So speak to yourself like someone you love. Talk to your soul like it's royalty. And when the world tries to shake you, let your inner voice remind you, "I am unshakable. I am enough. I choose peace every time." You were never meant to be ruled by anger. You were not created to be reactive, impulsive, or constantly disturbed by the actions and words of others. You were designed for more, for mastery, for clarity, for peace. In this noisy, demanding world, the rarest and most powerful person is the one who can walk through fire with stillness in their soul. Not because they are cold, not because they don't feel, but because they've trained themselves to rise above, a reflection of the person you were always meant to be, the person who doesn't chase conflict, the person who doesn't beg for validation, the person who doesn't crumble under offense or drown in someone else's emotional storm. You are that person. You've learned the truth, that peace begins where control ends, that your power lies not in changing others but in mastering yourself, that your inner voice, once trained, can shield you from the chaos outside, that letting go is not losing, it's winning your life back. You've discovered the strength of restraint, the boldness of forgiveness, the serenity of not needing to win every argument, prove every point, or be liked by everyone. Now it's time to live it. Let your peace be louder than your pride. Let your silence speak more powerfully than your anger ever could. Let your presence become so grounded, so calm, so stable that people around you feel safe just by being near you. And when someone tries to provoke you, smile, not because they got to you, but because they didn't. You are no longer available for petty arguments. You are no longer shaken by opinions. You are no longer addicted to the drama of being right or being understood. You are calm. You are clear. You are unshakable. This is your new identity. Now carry it with you, not just when it's easy, but when it's hardest. Because anyone can stay peaceful in silence. But you are the calm in the storm. Let the world rage if it must, you. You will remain at peace.